Hi, Gowri. Welcome to the AI/ML show. Thank you so much for taking time to talk with me today.
Thank you, Swati, for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. I love what you
Absolutely.
do.
Absolutely. So I wanted to start off, Gowri, with your career trajectory in the world of technology. I know you've held a lot of leadership positions in Walgreens, and now you're the founder of Valencias. So I want to understand how did you, move along your career trajectory? How did you enter into the world of AI and so on?
Great, Swati. That's like a discussion over wine, but I will make it simpler here. I started off my career in Walgreens back in 97 as a developer for pharmacy systems. And I was very intrigued by the way that how technology can mobilize value for Walgreens. Like, especially we were at a goal of expanding to every single corner in America, right? Like, I think when I joined, we were like probably 2,000 or so stores, and now Walgreens is like 13,000 plus stores. And as you can see, we were at the growth trajectory for Walgreens to expand every corner. And Walgreens was always a pioneer in technology. So they were the first ones to connect all the stores and modernize the whole workflow. So I was really so glad I was part of it, created a many patented technology and solutions to build efficiency and support the scale. And, in my career, I've always been very particular about how do we bring new emerging technologies and add business value. That has always been my focus throughout. So then once the web technology came, I was able to move in there, and I was part of developing the first internet for Walgreens. And slowly, I grew in my management career through that. And as part of my career, I was part of the Rewire to growth in Walgreens in 2008. That's when Walgreens realized that, okay, we have been organically growing to extremely rapid pace. And now we got to really bring more discipline in the way we are operating internally because we are too big, right? Like,
Mhm,
so
mhm.
the technology divisions were embedded within each business team until then. So in 2008, we thought, okay, we have to centralize and bring more efficiency for scaling the back end operations.
Mhm, mhm,
So that's where I was part of Rewire for Growth, which I would say is a very pivotal point in my career. Then I realized, even though I have been business focused, it's important for me to gain more business knowledge, more methodical way of analyzing business case or like
mhm,
returns, and be more financially savvy. So that's why I started my MBA in University of Chicago then, realizing that my work life will be a little bit easier, but not. Then I was doing my MBA and also setting up quality assurance and engineering for all of Walgreens, all of technologies divisions, which was really a great opportunity for me to understand the landscape beyond healthcare. So until then, I was only in healthcare. Then I was able to understand how do we build retail technologies,
mhm,
what is involved in supply chain. So I was able to really understand the breadth of the company from the technology perspective as part of the quality assurance, head of quality assurance and engineering. And I did my MBA. So both of those, I moved into a divisional CIO role when Walgreens had started its merger with Global Boots Alliance.
mhm.
As part of that, since I understood the breadth of technology, I was able to lead corporate technologies, which is all of finance, HR, all of the back
Mhm, mhm.
operations.
Right. Mhm,
So that was a great deal of learning.
mhm,
Then I started data analytics during in that roles to modernize the whole data pipeline for Walgreens, because we had Teradata data warehouse, and of course,
mhm.
with 2 million prescriptions a day and 4 million POS transactions a day, there's just too much data.
Right.
So, and how do we really bring an integrated platform for managing day-to-day operations and also starting to do advanced analytics, right? That was my take in 2016 through 18. And as part of that, I learned few more important lessons in my life, which is analytics. Doing analytics is very different from doing any other traditional project.
Yeah, transaction systems. Yeah. Mhm,
Exactly. So when you're doing traditional projects like ERP or web or any other
mhm.
technologies, you exactly know what you want. and then
Right.
you provide requirements, and then we go build it in an agile manner, whatever methodology. But analytics is very different. You just don't know what is your how exactly to solve the business problem. It's a team sport, truly.
Mm-hmm.
You need to bring multiple stakeholders together to do it. So that was my aha moment as I was delivering analytics platform and running analytics forum for Walgreens, bringing different analytics practitioners from all across the business function, and the big gap between how technologists bring data, and then there is like the advanced analytics team, right, like the data scientist or analytics
Mm-hmm.
and just pure analyst, reporting analyst, and also the business users who just don't understand any of this and they're like, okay, this is my business goal, how are we going to deliver, where do you want me, this whole
Just find that needle in the haystack for me.
exactly. But I don't know what that is, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Don't know how the needle looks, but let's look for something that gives us insights.
Exactly, you're right on. So that was my biggest aha moment, and there was no easy way to solve that problem, right? I think everybody's trying to do the right thing, but there was no easy way, especially Walgreens type of organizations, which are not digitally native. It's even more harder. Like if you're like Netflix or Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
you're built upon that kind of mindset and you're investing in data savvy workforce, and you don't have the complexity of legacy technology debt,
Applications. Mm-hmm.
right? And you know all those complexities makes it so much more harder to do the right thing. Then organizations tend to take the easy route of either bring in some consultants and you feel like, oh, you throw money and you will solve the problem, and most of the time it doesn't. Or you just think like, okay, now my current workforce is not ready to manage this need, we need to bring new workforce and restructure the organization. That is required to some extent, but I felt like there was probably a different way to address this problem as I was living through this world of challenges as a practitioner. And that really led to Valencias in 2018. So I started Valencias end of 2018, like I would say 2019, with a mission to help organizations to build a internally data savvy workforce, like not completely new, but how do you transform your current workforce into a data savvy workforce, while at the same time bring collaboration between these siloed organizations, between data engineers, business analysts, data scientists, and business stakeholders,
Users.
decision
Mm-hmm.
makers. Yeah, exactly. How do we bring that collaborative way of building analytics solution? So those are like, when people look at it, people feel like, oh, these two are like world hunger type of problems.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot really solve it because it's too big.
One step
But
at a time.
exactly. And I took it from a practitioner point of view, very surgically focused. So it took more than a year for us to figure out what that methodology would be. So we built that solution. And so Valencias means like take off. So our goal is to help organizations to take off in their analytics, using analytics to take off their business outcome for their organization, and
That's
also
awesome.
bring people together. So that's our mission. And obviously, as a small company, we were hit pretty hard last year in pandemic. So, but we made that as an opportunity, like many other organizations. So we did digital transformation of our solution. So now I'm like very happy to say that we have a SaaS solution that will help build the collaboration between these siloed teams, provides a guided workflow for these different team members to come together. And we don't want anyone to be intimidated to be part of it. That's our goal. So we have built a platform called Data Coach platform within that workflow. So people will feel comfortable to know what to ask, when to, what to do when. So that is our surgically focused practitioner solution to bring this whole
That's
thing together.
awesome. Awesome. So I see that you have got quite a huge career trajectory at Walgreens and leadership positions, and now you are an entrepreneur and all that sort of good stuff. So what advice do you have for women like in their mid careers or even women starting early on in their careers in the world of technology?
Oh, women needs to step up and take control of their career right from the beginning. Luckily I have two daughters, and one just finished college, other one is in college, and I tell them the same thing. Like, don't wait for someone else to tap on your shoulder and say, here you go do it. And also, don't be shy to talk about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Find the right
Absolutely.
way to talk about your accomplishments. Don't be
We
shy.
call it the humble brag.
Exactly. Yeah, you said it right. So, but don't be shy and don't be selfish as well. I'm sorry, be selfish as well. Not don't be selfish, right? I think
Right, right.
women, we always put, at least that's how most of the women are brought up,
Right, putting others in front
story.
of themselves, not talking
Exactly.
enough about what they do and their accomplishments.
Exactly. I think, yeah, I'm so glad to see that the world is changing, and now we are like, throw like a girl is a big campaign on LinkedIn, right? Like that is
Mm-hmm.
really so awesome, but it's just starting, right? But
Mm-hmm.
there's a
Mm-hmm.
huge group of people who have not been brought up that way. So I think
Correct.
it's very important for us to very consciously put in the fact that be selfish and really be planful about your career, and always understand how the world is moving, shifting. Like now it's a data economy, we all know that. So
Mm-hmm.
invest in your career to be part of the data economy.
I love it. I love it. Capitalize on the trends that are ongoing, like Professor Scott Galloway recently said. Also, tapping into what's like on point. Like right now, you made it to the point that it's data economy. Just understand what choices you have and tap in. And I love that you said your career is in your hands. I've had the same experience. Nobody will give it to you on a silver platter.
No,
You have to go ahead and do it. And some other amazing woman I recently interviewed said, don't ask for permission or never say apologize for what you do. So I love that.
exactly.
Um,
Exactly. And
so
be used to being, I've been on the lonely person frequently, right? Like,
yeah, yeah, we've all been, I think our generation has been there, done that,
exactly.
being the
Yeah.
only woman in the boardrooms situation.
Exactly. And don't, just prepare yourself consciously for those things. So, those kind of situations, how would you fit in yourself? And I think those are going to be extremely important.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. So another thing is obviously technology is fast moving, is faster moving than we have seen in the last 20 years
Yeah.
due to all, you name it, clouds, processing at your fingertips and storage, etc. So what are some exciting new trends that really you're observing in this year and in the next 5 years, I would say, that are really exciting to you, and you've been observing?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, I think, everybody's job, irrespective of, like, the way I see it is, it's like how we used to have paper to do all of the work, of work related, like office work, and now nobody does it without Microsoft Word or Excel or PowerPoint. These are all given, right? Like
Right, right.
every role needs to have it. So
Mm-hmm.
the same way, I do think AI, machine learning, and data science capabilities are going to be part of every single role we do.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's important for us to understand how to add that to our existing skill set, right? Like if you're a financial analyst, how are these capabilities really going to help me do a better job? How do
Mm-hmm.
I augment it, right? So in that manner, like as we all know, NLP and computer vision are getting like very, very sophisticated and
Mm-hmm.
available for everyone, right? Like especially on the legal side, like most of the legal documents are getting automated, like people are
Mm-hmm.
it and have a legal counsel automated. Even, the AI is able to draw, even like even coming into the creative part of it.
Right, right. So many different aspects. Absolutely.
Exactly. I think everyone needs to, as I said, everyone needs to take control of their career, really invest time to understand how their skill, how their job function, what they are doing is going to be transforming in the next five
Mm-hmm.
years with AI, and start planning now. The good thing is it's not here yet. So we
Mm-hmm.
have time, right? And that's really and it needs to be part of the organization responsibilities as well. That's how I see as emerging trends. AI is not anymore science fiction, right?
No, no. The Yeah, absolutely. I think the lot of use cases today that reside in the data science community is going to expand to all business units.
Exactly. And there are
Yeah,
very many sophisticated products that are coming up right now to address each
right.
and every area, right?
Yeah,
So how do
absolutely. You said
you,
from legal, criminal justice to healthcare, you name it, it's there. It's just starting, but the proliferation is on the horizon. Yeah.
exactly. So I think everyone needs to understand the basics of, everyone talks about data literacy, but what is really data literacy, right?
Mhm.
You have to take that from, apply that within yourself, internalize it within your skill set, your mindset, and your job function. And especially even for the students who are just doing their high school, middle school. I'm seeing like more organizations doing like teens in AI and those type of activities. I know you're involved in a lot of social work for helping women and girls learn
Mhm.
technology.
Yeah.
I'm involved in Chick Tech and other organizations. So I think we all need to do our part of
Mhm.
helping the upcoming younger generation to make technology as part of their day-to-day life and really
Correct.
integrate it with their curriculum.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Gauri, it was a pleasure talking to you and knowing your career trajectory and the excellent advice you have to young girls or mid-career women and everybody in general. So this was really helpful. I hope you have a wonderful day and thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having me here, Swati. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.